The metal doors of Station K-47 opened with a slow, heavy sound. Captain Rian Hale stepped inside the cold hallway, his boots echoing softly. The air smelled like machine oil and something strange he could not name. The lights above flickered as if the station was waking up from a long sleep. Rian was a human engineer, known for fixing things no one else could repair. He never said no to a job, even when the mission sounded unusual. But today's job request was different. Very different. The message he received simply said, "Emergency. Come quickly. Our suit is stuck." Nothing more. No details. No names. No explanation. Rian walked toward the main chamber, trying to guess the situation. Maybe a soldier stuck in battle armor. Maybe a mechanical lock malfunction. But something felt off. He could sense it in his chest, a feeling that this would not be a normal repair. When he reached the chamber door, he stopped. The door was slightly open. Blue light spilled out from inside, dancing on the metal floor. He heard voices, two women speaking in a language he didn't understand. Their voices sounded calm but tense, like they were arguing quietly. Rian pushed the door open and stepped inside. The chamber was large and filled with futuristic equipment. Strange glowing tools, holographic panels, and cables ran across the room like living snakes. And in the center stood two aliens, tall, elegant, and covered in smooth purple skin that shimmered under the lights. One had short silver hair. The other had long, dark purple hair tied behind her back. They both wore tight, high-tech combat suits, sleek, black, and glowing with faint blue lines. The silver-haired alien turned toward Rian first. Her bright eyes widened with relief. "You came," she said in careful English. "Good. We need help." Rian nodded slowly, trying not to stare. He had seen alien species before, but nothing like them. Their skin looked almost metallic, like polished steel mixed with violet light. "What's the problem?" Rian asked. The second alien, the one with dark purple hair, sighed loudly and pointed at the silver-haired one. "Her suit is stuck." Rian frowned. "Stuck how?" The silver-haired alien raised her arms a little, showing the glowing lines on her armor. Blue sparks jumped between some of the sections. "It will not open," she said. "The lock system failed. We tried emergency release, manual override, everything. But the suit, it refuses to detach." Rian stepped closer and examined the suit. The armor looked advanced, more advanced than anything humans had built. It looked like it was grown instead of manufactured, as if the fabric itself was alive. "Why does it need to come off?" Rian asked. The silver-haired alien exchanged a look with her companion before speaking. "Because if it stays attached," she said quietly, "it will activate defense mode." Rian froze. "Defense mode? What does that do?" The dark-haired alien answered in a low, serious tone. "It will think she is in danger. And then it will protect her, with force. Extreme force." Rian swallowed. "Against who?" "Against everyone," the alien said. "Including us." A chill ran down Rian's spine. He looked at the silver-haired alien again. She was breathing fast now, her hands shaking slightly. "How long before it activates?" Rian asked. The alien lowered her head. "Less than 1 hour." Rian took a deep breath. "All right. Show me the main lock." The silver-haired woman stepped forward. Rian crouched down and tapped the glowing seam of her suit with a small scanner he kept in his belt. Numbers and symbols flashed across its screen, but none made sense. The technology was beyond anything he knew. Still, he tried. He always tried. "Can you stay still?" he asked. She nodded. "Yes. But hurry. I can feel the suit tightening." Suddenly, the lights in the chamber flickered. A low, mechanical hum filled the room. The purple-haired alien's face turned pale. "It is starting," she whispered. "The suit senses stress." Rian worked faster. His hands moved across the armor, searching for a pattern, a weakness, something he could use. But the suit reacted to every touch, glowing brighter, pulsing as if alive. Finally, Rian found something, a tiny symbol on the neck ridge that looked like it could be a release point. "I need to press this," he said, "but I don't know what it will do." The silver-haired alien looked straight into his eyes. "Do it," she said softly. "Please, take it off." Rian took a deep breath and pressed the symbol. Instantly, the room filled with a loud electronic crack. Blue energy shot across the armor. The silver-haired alien gasped, grabbing Rian's arm. The dark-haired alien shouted something in her language and stepped back. Rian tried to pull his hand away, but the suit grabbed him. It wrapped around his wrist like a living creature. The silver-haired alien stared at him with fear. "It's not unlocking," she whispered. Another pulse of energy spread across the room. "It's activating." Rian felt the floor shake under his feet. And then, something deep inside the suit began to wake up. Rian felt a sharp pull on his wrist as the alien suit tightened around him like a metal snake. Blue energy flickered across the armor, crawling up the silver-haired alien's body. The room lights dimmed, then flared again, glowing brighter than before. The dark-haired alien stepped forward, her expression turning hard. "It has begun," she said. "The suit is entering pre-defense mode." Rian tried to pull his wrist free again, but the armor held him tightly. The surface felt warm, almost alive, as if it was breathing through his skin. "Why is it grabbing me?" Rian asked, voice tight. The silver-haired alien looked terrified. "Because it has selected you as a threat, or as its first target." That didn't help. The room vibrated again. Tools hanging on the walls rattled. A low humming sound spread through the air, deep and angry, like a wild animal waking up. Rian pressed against the suit with his free hand, trying to loosen the grip. "I need to know how this thing thinks. Does it attack randomly? Or does it follow rules?" The dark-haired alien stepped closer, keeping her distance from the pulsing energy. "It follows protection protocol. It will defend the wearer from anything it cannot identify." Rian's eyes narrowed. "Including me?" "Yes," she said. "And if it decides you are a danger, it will eliminate you." The silver-haired alien shook her head rapidly. "No. He is helping us. Can't the suit understand that?" The other alien shook her head. "The suit does not understand kindness. Only logic." Rian took a slow breath. "So how do we make it understand?" The room fell quiet for a moment. Then the dark-haired alien said, "We must calm it. Lower its fear response." Rian almost laughed. "Great. How do you calm a suit that wants to kill me?" The silver-haired alien stepped closer, her voice soft. "It reacts to emotion. If I panic, it grows stronger. If I stay calm, it weakens." "Then stay calm," Rian said. She swallowed hard. "I am trying." But her trembling hands told the truth, she was close to losing control. The suit pulsed again. The grip on Rian's wrist tightened painfully. He winced but stayed focused. "Listen," he said, speaking to both aliens. "We need a plan. Fast." The dark-haired alien nodded. "We have two options." Rian looked between them. "I'm listening." "Option 1, she said, raising one finger. "We deactivate the suit manually. But that may require cutting through high-tech layers, and if we cut the wrong one, the defense mode will attack us directly." Rian frowned. "That sounds like a bad choice." She raised a second finger. "Option 2, we let the suit complete its scan of you." Rian blinked. "Scan? What scan?" The suit is analyzing you, she said. It is deciding if you are a threat. And if it decides I am a threat? The alien answered slowly, then you will not survive. Rian stared at her. So both options are terrible. Yes, she said. But one gives you a chance. The other gives none. The silver-haired alien took a shaky breath. Rian. I am sorry. I did not expect this when we called for help. He gave her a half-smile. You didn't expect any human to say yes. She nodded softly. Rian pulled gently against the suit. Let's give it what it wants. Let the suit finish its scan. The dark-haired alien looked uncertain. It could still attack. Or, Rian said, it might identify me as harmless. You are not harmless, she muttered. You fixed a star engine once with only 2 tools and no map. Rian shrugged. Let's hope the suit doesn't know that. The silver-haired alien placed her hand on the armor covering her chest. I will try to help it feel safe. She closed her eyes. Immediately, the pulsing slowed slightly. The blue lines dimmed. Rian felt the grip on his wrist loosen just a little. Good, the dark-haired alien whispered. Keep breathing. Keep calm. Rian watched her. The silver-haired alien's chest rose and fell in slow, controlled breaths. Her skin glowed softly under the armor. Her fear was still there, he could see it, but she was fighting it. The suit reacted. Blue lines faded to purple. The humming softened. Rian felt his wrist become warm instead of burning. It's working, he said quietly. But the dark-haired alien shook her head. Only the first stage. The real test starts now. The suit released a sudden flash of light. Dozens of tiny blue symbols floated around Rian's arm. They spun in circles like holographic insects. What is this? Rian asked. A threat analysis, the dark-haired alien answered. The suit is reading your biology, your energy, your intention. Intention? Rian echoed. Can it read minds? No, she said. But it can read reactions. The blue symbols turned red. Rian's stomach dropped. What does red mean? He asked. The dark-haired alien's face tensed. It means it is not convinced you are safe. The suit tightened again. The silver-haired alien gasped. No. Calm, stay calm, please. Rian felt the pressure increasing. The suit began heating up, glowing brighter, reacting to her rising fear. It's going the wrong way. Rian shouted. She's panicking. The dark-haired alien grabbed her shoulders. Focus. You must control your fear. I can't, she cried. It's hurting him, because of me. The suit surged. The floor vibrated. And then, without warning, the lights went black. Total darkness. Only the suit glowed. Rian felt something behind him move. Then a deep mechanical voice echoed through the room. Threat detected. The deep mechanical voice echoed through the dark chamber, bouncing off the metal walls like thunder. Threat detected. The silver-haired alien froze, her eyes wide with fear. The dark-haired alien grabbed her arm quickly, trying to steady her, but even she looked shaken. The room was pitch black, except for the glowing armor wrapped around Rian's wrist. Rian felt the suit tighten, pulling him down to one knee. Okay, easy, he said, trying to keep his voice calm. We can fix this. The armor didn't listen. Instead, it released a low growl, an actual growl, like a machine trying to imitate a living creature. The purple symbols dancing around Rian's arm turned a dangerous red, pulsing faster and faster. The silver-haired alien shouted, Rian, do not move. If you move, it will see it as aggression. Well, that was not great news. Rian held completely still, even though the pressure on his wrist felt like a metal vice crushing bone. The dark-haired alien whispered, "The suit is entering stage 2. Stage 2. Rian said. "How many stages does this thing have?" 4, she replied quietly. "And after stage 4, nothing survives." Rian stayed silent for a second. "Wonderful." The chamber lights flickered back on in sudden bursts, dim, then bright, then dim again, like the station was having a panic attack of its own. Sparks jumped from the ceiling. Some equipment on the walls powered up by itself, screens flickering with alien symbols. Then the suit spoke again. "Identify." "Intent." Rian blinked. "Intent? What does it want from me?" The dark-haired alien explained quickly, "It needs to sense your emotional pattern. It wants to know if you wish harm to the wearer." Rian looked at the silver-haired alien. "I don't want to harm her. I'm trying to help." The silver-haired alien stepped closer, her voice soft and shaky. "The suit does not understand words. It only understands emotional energy. It reads your heartbeat, your fear, your focus." Rian's heartbeat was pounding like a drum. "That's bad news then." "No," she said, shaking her head. "It is only bad if you panic." Rian forced himself to breathe slower. Okay. I'll try." He closed his eyes. But the suit reacted instantly, its grip tightening again. The dark-haired alien hissed, "Do not close your eyes. It thinks you are preparing an attack." "Who designed this thing?" Rian snapped. "A very paranoid civilization," the alien replied. Suddenly, the armor around Rian's wrist sent a jolt of blue energy through his arm. His muscles locked. He gasped, trying not to scream. "That was a warning," the dark-haired alien said. "It will hit harder next time." "Good to know," Rian muttered through clenched teeth. The silver-haired alien stepped closer, too close. Her armor brightened again. "Don't," Rian warned. "If you get emotional again, it gets worse." She stopped, shaking. "I am trying. But I'm scared for you." Rian's voice softened. "I know. But if we panic, it wins." The room shook again as the suit changed behavior. The armor extended small mechanical tendrils, scanning Rian's chest, neck, and face. They floated around him like glowing needles. The suit spoke. "Analyzing threat profile." The dark-haired alien whispered, "This is stage 2's final test. If it passes, we go to stage 3. Stage 3 is physical restraint." "And stage 4? Rian asked. "Stage 4 is lethal." Rian swallowed. "Noted." The silver-haired alien stepped forward despite her fear and placed her glowing hand gently on the suit. The armor pulsed brighter, then quieter. "This is not necessary," she said softly, speaking in her own language. "He is helping. He is not danger." The suit responded by tightening again. She winced. "It does not believe me." Rian slowly raised his free hand. "Let me try something." "Careful," the dark-haired alien said sharply. "Any sudden move." Rian ignored her. He placed his hand flat against the armor's surface. The suit reacted instantly, hardening like stone. But Rian spoke calmly. "Listen," he said slowly, speaking to the armor as if it could hear him. "I'm not here to hurt her. I'm here to repair you. That's it." The armor heated up again. Red symbols swirled. He kept his voice steady. "I fix things. That's what humans do. We solve problems. You are stuck. You need help. And I'm giving you that help." The silver-haired alien watched him, her eyes softening. The suit pulsed again, slower this time. The red symbols faded, to orange. The dark-haired alien inhaled sharply. "It is changing. It is listening." Rian kept talking. You can't protect her if you crush me. And she needs me. Let me help. For a moment, nothing happened. Then. Click. A piece of the armor loosened. The grip around Rian's wrist softened. The silver-haired alien gasped. It's working. But before anyone could celebrate, the lights in the room suddenly went blood red. An alarm blared, a long, piercing siren. The dark-haired alien froze, terror filling her face. What now? Rian asked. She pointed to the glowing alarm panel. That signal, it means something else has activated. Rian's stomach twisted. Something worse than this suit. The silver-haired alien answered quietly. Our station defense system. It detected the suit's power level. It thinks we are under attack. Rian stared at the door as heavy machinery came to life. Metal shutters began to close. Locks slammed into place. The station said, in a cold robotic voice. Full lockdown engaged. The dark-haired alien whispered. Now we are all trapped, with a suit that still hasn't finished judging you. The suit pulsed again, symbols turning orange, then red. The mechanical voice returned. Threat level. Rising. The metal shutters slammed shut around the chamber with a loud, echoing thud. Every door sealed. Every exit locked. Red lights flashed across the ceiling in sharp, angry pulses. The entire station felt like a giant steel cage closing around them. Rian looked at the two aliens. This lockdown, how long does it last? The dark-haired alien shook her head slowly. It will not open until the defense system is satisfied. And right now, it believes the suit is preparing for battle. So we're trapped, Rian said. Yes, she replied. The suit pulsed again, glowing brighter. The grip around Rian's wrist tightened, like the armor was thinking hard. The glowing orange symbols hovered in circles around him, flickering dangerously between orange and red. Threat level, rising, the suit's mechanical voice repeated. The silver-haired alien stepped closer despite her shaking hands. Rian, please stay calm. If you panic, it will strike. Rian breathed out slowly. I'm trying. But this thing is close to snapping. Suddenly, a deep vibration shook the floor. Heavy machinery started spinning up behind the walls. Something big. Something strong. The dark-haired alien's eyes widened. The station defense turrets are waking. Rian frowned. Wait, turrets. As in guns? Not guns, she said quietly. Energy cannons. Designed to destroy invaders before they take a single step inside. Rian groaned. Perfect. So now the station wants to shoot us, and this suit wants to strangle me. The silver-haired alien knelt beside him, trying to steady the suit with gentle touches. Her face glowed softly with the blue light. We must make the suit understand you are not a danger. If we fail, it will attack the turrets, and then the turrets will fire back. Rian froze. And a battle inside this room? Would kill us all, the dark-haired alien said. Another vibration shook the chamber. A nearby wall panel slid open, revealing a turret with a large glowing barrel. It rotated slowly, scanning the room like a sleeping giant waking from a long dream. The silver-haired alien gasped. Rian, please. Focus now. I am focusing, he said. On not dying. The suit's tendrils floated around Rian's head again, analyzing every breath, every blink. The orange symbols flickered rapidly. Rian felt the heat growing through the armor like a pulse of frustration. He spoke calmly. Listen to me. I am not here to hurt her. I am repairing you. That is my job. The suit responded with a low mechanical growl. The dark-haired alien stepped forward. Rian, talk about your intentions. Your purpose. The suit respects logic. Rian took a slow breath. I fix things. That's all. I help. I repair. I solve problems. If she is in danger, I want to protect her. Not harm her. The silver-haired alien whispered, yes, yes, keep speaking. I won't attack, Rian said. I won't run. I won't break anything. I will help both of you. The red turrets scanned the room again, their lights brightening. The station voice repeated. Defense mode, full power. The suit reacted strongly to the noise. The grip on Rian's wrist tightened again. Sparks flew from the armor. The silver-haired alien cried out. Stop. Stop reacting, she shouted at the suit. You are making it worse. But the armor responded with. Unstable environment. Preparing countermeasure. The dark-haired alien stepped between Rian and the turret, raising her hands. No. You must stop it before it triggers an attack. Rian forced his voice to remain steady. Suit. Listen. If you attack anything, you will endanger your own wearer. You want to protect her, right? For the first time, the suit hesitated. The bright red symbols slowed. The silver-haired alien's eyes widened with hope. It's thinking. Keep going. You protect her by staying calm, Rian said. Not by attacking us. Not by attacking the station. The hovering symbols turned orange again. Good. Rian pushed further. Look at her. Feel her breathing. She is not in danger. She is afraid, but of you, not of me. If you want to protect her, you need to trust me. A soft hum spread through the armor. The grip on Rian's wrist loosened slightly. The dark-haired alien whispered, it is listening. You are reaching it. But then. The turret locked onto the glowing suit. A loud, rising alarm filled the room. Target identified, hostile energy source. The turret charged, glowing brighter at the tip. Rian's heartbeat jumped. No, this is wrong. The turret thinks the suit is attacking. The silver-haired alien stepped in front of the turret. Stop. It is not hostile. But the turret did not understand words. It only understood energy signatures and power levels. The dark-haired alien yelled, Rian. Calm the suit now. The turret will fire. The suit reacted to the sudden panic, its glow surged from blue to red. Rian felt the tendrils tighten around his arm. No, don't. Rian shouted. Listen to me. The turret made a sharp powering sound. The armor's voice spoke. Counterattack mode. Preparing. The room felt like it was holding its breath. Rian stared at the silver-haired alien. She stared back, tears in her eyes. If it attacks, she whispered, the turret will kill all of us. Rian made a decision. He placed his second hand directly on the armor, ignoring the electric shock that hit him instantly. He gritted his teeth and spoke slow, strong, certain words. I am not your enemy. The armor's glow flickered. The red symbols froze. The turret whined louder, charging to fire. Rian leaned closer, his voice steady and calm like he was speaking to a scared child. I protect her too. A massive surge of energy exploded from the suit. But the color changed. Not red. Not blue. White. The turret's lock broke instantly. All power in the room died in a single blink. Darkness swallowed everything. Silence. And then the suit spoke one more time. New status, protector identified. The grip on Rian's wrist released. He collapsed to the floor, gasping. The aliens rushed to him. The silver-haired alien knelt beside him, voice trembling. You did it. Rian, the suit accepted you. But the dark-haired alien wasn't smiling. She stared at the armor, eyes full of fear. "No," she whispered. "Something is wrong." Rian looked up at her weakly. "What now?" She swallowed hard. "The suit has bonded with you." Zane did not sleep that night. He kept replaying Myra's warning in his mind. Someone is watching us. Someone who should not exist. The words stayed with him like a cold shadow. The underground transport tube moved fast, sliding through the deep tunnels of Station Elysian. Mira sat beside him, her eyes glowing faint blue. She was calm on the outside, but Zane could see her sharp breathing, her tense fingers, and the way her eyes kept scanning every corner. Sarah, the female guard, sat across from them with her pulse rifle ready. "We reach the core in 5 minutes," she said quietly. "Once we're inside, nothing can follow us." Mira gave a small, sad smile. "Sarah, everything can follow us now." Zane didn't like that answer. The transport tube slowed. The lights flickered. Not normally, this flicker felt wrong, like something was interfering. Sarah stood up instantly. "This is not standard. Something is overriding the system." The doors opened by themselves. A cold wind rushed in. The tunnel ahead was empty, dark, and silent. Zane swallowed. "Is that supposed to happen?" "No," Mira whispered. "Not at all." They stepped out carefully. For a moment, nothing moved. Then, a metallic echo rang through the tunnel. Zane turned sharply. What was that? Sarah aimed her rifle down the tunnel. Footsteps. But too light to be human. Mira added, and too deliberate to be an accident. The three moved forward slowly, keeping close. The tunnel lights brightened, then dimmed again. Every flicker made the silence heavier. After a long walk through the tunnel, they reached a large sealed door. Above it was a console panel, glowing with golden lights. Mira stepped forward. "This leads to the core nexus. Only high-level directors can enter." Zane raised a brow. "Can you open it?" "Yes," she said softly. "But that is not the problem." He frowned. "Then what is?" She touched the panel gently. Her palm glowed. The console reacted to her DNA signature. And instantly, all lights in the tunnel went red. Sarah cursed. "Security lockdown. But we didn't trigger anything." Mira stared at the panel. This signal is coming from outside director control." Zane blinked. "But who else can access this place?" Mira turned to him slowly. Very slowly. "You already know the answer, Zane. The same entity that opened the tube doors. The same entity that walked behind us in the dark, even when we heard nothing." Zane felt his stomach sink. "You think it's following us, even here?" "It is not following us," she said. "It came before us." Before Zane could ask what she meant, the red light started flashing faster. A loud alarm boomed through the tunnel. "Warning. Unknown signal detected. Sector breach. Intruder identified, unknown class." Zane froze. "Unknown class. What does that mean?" Mira whispered, "It means, the system has no idea what it is." The alarm stopped. Complete silence. Then, a soft tapping sound behind them. Tap. 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 Sarah spun around and fired her rifle. The blast lit up the tunnel. But there was nothing there. No creature. No figure. No shadow. Only a faint, strange smell. Metallic. Cold. Wrong. Zane's voice shook. "Did you hit anything?" "No," Sarah said. "But something was there. I felt it." Mira stepped forward, her eyes glowing bright. "The entity is hiding between light frequencies. It can change its visibility. Zane stared. You mean, it can choose when to be seen? Yes, she said. And right now, it wants us to know it is close. Suddenly the console beeped. A message appeared across the screen. Not typed. Not transmitted. It appeared as if someone, something, forced it into existence. The message said, Mira. Return what is mine. Zane felt a chill crawl through his bones. Return, what? Mira stepped back. This is impossible. It should not know me. It should not know my name. The console flickered again. Another line appeared. You broke the seal. Now I come for you. Zane grabbed Myra's arm. Mira, what seal? What is this thing talking about? She stepped away, breathing hard. Zane, that device stuck in my arm, the one you helped remove, it was not a tracking chip. Zane froze. Then what was it? Mira closed her eyes. It was a prison key. A lock. Something ancient. Something built to contain a being my people feared more than death itself. Zane stared in horror. And when I took it off. Mira finished softly. You freed the prisoner. The door that opens itself. Before anyone could react, the sealed core nexus door suddenly began to unlock by itself. Lights flashed. Machines hummed. Metal vibrated. Sarah raised her rifle. Nobody touch anything. But they didn't have to. The door slid open slowly, like a mouth preparing to swallow them. Inside was only darkness. Deep. Endless. Waiting. From that darkness came a voice, not heard with ears, but felt inside the skull. A cold, ancient whisper. Mira. I am here. Mira staggered backward, breathing fast. No, no. This cannot be real. It was sealed. It was sealed forever. Zane grabbed her hand. Then we run. We fight. We survive, whatever this is. But the whisper came again, stronger. You freed me, human. And now. I will free you. Zane felt the air around him shift, as if the darkness was moving toward them. Sarah shouted, fall back. Fall back. But it was too late. The darkness stepped forward. And it had eyes. The darkness moved like smoke, but it had weight, presence, a pressure that pushed the air around Zane's chest. Sarah aimed her rifle. Identify yourself. The creature did not answer with words. It answered with form. The darkness folded inward, twisting, tightening, shaping itself. Two long legs formed first. Then two arms. Then a tall frame. Its body looked like shadow poured into the shape of a humanoid, but inside, faint white lines glowed like cracks in a broken glass statue. Finally, its face formed. Not fully. Just an outline. Two white eyes burning like quiet stars. Zane felt every hair on his body rise. What, are you? The creature tilted its head slowly, too slowly, as if still learning how to mimic movement. When it spoke, it did not use a mouth. Its voice vibrated inside the mind. Human. You removed her seal. You opened what should never open. Mira shook her head desperately. You were locked because you are dangerous. You can't be free. The creature stepped closer. Its feet didn't make sound. It simply glided. Dangerous, the voice echoed. I am older than danger. I am what your ancestors feared before they had names for fear. Zane put himself in front of Mira. Stay behind me. The creature's eyes focused on Zane. Its voice softened, too soft, too calm. Human. You touched my prison key. You helped her remove it. Do you know what that makes you? Zane swallowed. What? Responsible. The collapse of light. Suddenly, the tunnel lights turned white-hot bright, then exploded into darkness. Sarah fired 3 shots. The plasma bolts lit up small sections of darkness, but the creature was gone. No footsteps. No echo. Nothing. Where is it? Sarah shouted. Where did it go? Mira grabbed Zane's wrist and pulled him backward. Its kind moves between wavelengths. It can shift into a spectrum our eyes cannot see. Zane blinked. You mean, invisible? No, Mira said. Worse. It can exist in places our reality barely touches. Then. A whisper on Zane's left ear. I am always here. He froze. The creature was standing right beside him, inches away. But when Zane turned his head, there was nothing. A cold wave washed through him. It passed through me. Mira held his arm tight. You must not let it inside your mind. If it enters, you will not know what thoughts are yours. Zane tried to steady his breathing. Then what do we do? Mira backed away toward the core nexus chamber. We go inside. The old tech there can contain it, maybe. Sarah didn't like the word maybe. And if maybe fails? Mira answered with a trembling voice. Then we die. They rushed into the core nexus hull. The door sealed behind them automatically with a heavy boom, locking them in a massive circular chamber filled with ancient alien machinery. Giant metallic towers rose from the floor, covered in glowing blue lines that pulsed like veins. The air hummed with energy. Zane stared around. What is all this? Mira touched one of the glowing pillars gently. This is the heart of Elysian Station. Technology older than my city. Maybe older than my people. Sarah paced around. Can it trap that thing? Mira breathed out slowly. If we overload the inner rings, it might create a dimensional cage. But someone must activate the manual controls. Zane frowned. What's the danger? Mira looked at him with sad eyes. The one who activates the controls will be inside the cage when it closes. Zane stiffened. Meaning they won't come out. Sarah looked between them. We'll find another way. But they all knew the truth. There was no other way. Before they could decide anything, the metallic floor beneath them vibrated. A ripple of black liquid formed in the center of the room, pulling upward, shaping itself into a familiar tall figure. 2 bright white eyes opened. The creature had followed them inside. Mira whispered, it should not be able to enter this chamber. Her voice cracked. Unless it used your mind, Zane. Zane froze. What? No, I didn't. But Mira placed a gentle hand on his chest. It rode your thoughts. It used your fear as a door. Zane, you brought it here. Zane's heart sank like a stone. The creature stepped forward, its voice echoing louder in their minds. I want what she stole from me. Sarah raised her rifle. She didn't steal anything. The creature ignored the weapon. It pointed directly at Mira. But not at her face. At her arm, the exact spot where Zane had removed the device. That key was mine. It held me bound for centuries. Zane stepped in front of Mira again. You're not taking her. The creature leaned in close, its faceless head inches from Zane's, human. You cannot protect her from what she already is. Zane felt cold fire run down his spine. What does that mean? The creature's white lines glowed brighter. She was not just a guard. She was the jailer. Silence. Myra's breath trembled. I did what I had to. We all did. Your race, your kind, you caused extinction after extinction. The creature's voice thundered inside their skulls. Because we were made to hunt what you feared. The entire chamber shook. Machines flickered. Lights surged. Energy crackled in the air. Sarah screamed, "We need the cage now." Mira grabbed Zane's hand. "Zane. You must activate the inner ring. You're the only one it cannot predict." Zane stared. "Why me?" "Because it does not understand humans," Mira said. "It cannot see your choices until you make them." The creature turned its glowing eyes toward Zane. "Choose." The chamber trembled violently. Zane ran for the control platform. And the creature leaped after him. Zane sprinted toward the tall control pillar, his boots echoing across the metal floor. The entire core nexus shook like it was breathing, alive, stressed, panicking. Sparks flashed from the ceiling as ancient systems powered up, forced awake after centuries of sleep. Behind him, the creature lunged. A wave of pure darkness shot forward like liquid shadow, reaching for Zane's back. "Move!" Sarah screamed, firing blast after blast. Her plasma shots cut through the air, lighting the chamber in violent bursts of blue, but they went straight through the creature's shifting form. The darkness didn't slow. Zane dove behind a console as the shadow wave smashed into the pillar behind him. Metal warped. Lights flickered. The creature's voice filled the chamber. "You cannot run. You opened the way. Now you must pay." Zane climbed to his feet, chest burning. "I opened nothing. I was helping her." The creature's white cracks glowed brighter, bright enough to hurt the eyes. "Help. You removed my seal. You freed me with your kindness. How beautiful." Its voice twisted that final word, turning it into something cruel. Mira rushed toward Zane, but darkness wrapped around her ankle like a living rope, dragging her backward. "Mira!" Zane shouted. "I'm okay," she cried, fighting to stand. "Go activate the ring. Now." Her voice cracked with fear, but her eyes stayed sharp, focused. Zane turned back to the control platform. At its center was a glowing circle with 3 rotating rings. All inactive. All waiting. He slammed his hand onto the panel. Nothing happened. "What?" "Mira, it's not working." "Because you must sync with it," she shouted. "Place both hands, then speak your intent." "My intent? What am I supposed to say?" "Anything." Mira yelled. "Just mean it." Zane placed both hands on the glowing circle. The machine scanned him. A soft tone rang. Then a calm voice spoke from the system. "User identified, human. Permission level, undefined. Awaiting directive." The creature laughed, a deep, echoing sound that twisted in every corner of the room, as if coming from everywhere at once. A human commanding the Nexus? How adorable. Zane ignored it. He closed his eyes. And he said loudly, "Activate the cage." For a moment, nothing happened. Then the floor lit up. 3 massive energy rings rose from the ground, spinning in opposite directions. Blue light crackled between them like lightning trapped in glass. Wind pulled outward, swirling, dragging matter toward the center. The cage was forming. The creature hissed, "You dare." Dark tendrils shot across the room, straight toward Zane. Sarah jumped in the way, firing wildly. "Go down, you shadow freak." Her shots passed through the creature again, but the energy blasts disrupted the tendrils for a moment. Long enough, Zane slammed the final switch. A blinding pulse tore through the chamber. The dimensional cage roared to life. The creature thrashed violently as the rings tightened around its form. Blue energy snapped like chains around its dark body. For the first time, it looked restricted. Slowed. Contained. But not helpless. Never helpless. It forced its white eyes open wide, staring directly into Zane's. "You cannot hold me. Zane glared right back. Watch me. The creature shrieked, its voice splitting into a dozen different tones. Shadows exploded outward, slamming into the forming cage walls, creating cracks of pure darkness that spread like spiderwebs. Mira stumbled to Zane's side. It's breaking the cage. It's too strong. Sarah yelled from the far end of the chamber, what do we do? Mira stared at the cage, fear shaking her voice. We must overload the core. That's the only way. Zane's chest tightened. Overload? That'll destroy the entire chamber. Mira nodded slowly. Yes, including us. The creature heard her. It stopped struggling. It tilted its head, amused. Yes, jailer. Kill yourself. Kill your human. Kill your friend. End everything. Its voice softened, terrifyingly gentle. Or, you can surrender me the way you once did. Mira froze. Zane turned to her sharply. What does it mean, once did? Mira finally whispered the truth, tears trembling in her eyes. I was part of the team that imprisoned it long ago. I pressed the final lock. I sealed it in the dark. That device in my arm was the last key to its cell. Zane stared at her in disbelief. So you're the one it wants? No, she said softly. It wants what I represent. A jailer, Zane breathed. Yes. The creature's voice echoed again. Return to me, Mira. Reconnect the seal. Give yourself, and I will leave the human alive. Zane grabbed her shoulders. No. No. Don't listen to that thing. Mira wiped her eyes. Zane. I caused this. I was part of its prison. My people thought we were protecting the galaxy, but we only delayed the danger. Zane tightened his grip. You are not dying for it. Not today. The cage cracked loudly. The creature pushed harder. Choose, human, it hissed. Her life, or your universe. Zane's heart pounded. Sarah screamed, the cage is failing. Mira stepped forward, ready to sacrifice herself. Zane grabbed her wrist and pulled her back. No, he said, voice shaking yet firm. You told me something important. You told me humans choose differently. Humans surprise everyone. He took a deep breath. And he stepped inside the forming cage. Mira screamed, Zane. No. The creature's eyes widened. What are you doing? Zane glared at the creature, standing only inches away inside the glowing cage. I'm choosing something you can't predict. He slammed his fist onto the central core inside the cage, triggering the manual overload. The ring snapped shut. Energy exploded. The creature roared. A sound that tore the air apart. As the dimensional cage collapsed inward like a star imploding. The shadow form twisted, crushed, pulled into itself. And vanished. Gone. The chamber went silent. Mira collapsed to her knees, trembling. Zane. Zane. The cage lights dimmed. Dust floated through the air. Then. A hand rested on her shoulder. She turned. Zane stood there, exhausted, covered in burn marks, breathing like he had run through fire. You survived, she whispered. He smiled weakly. Humans are hard to kill. Mira threw her arms around him, sobbing. Sarah leaned against a pillar, shaking her head. Next time, we're taking a vacation. Zane chuckled. Yeah, no more ancient prisons. The chamber lights slowly brightened, peace returned. But something else did too. Hope. Because Zane, a simple human mechanic, had done what no one else could. He surprised the darkness. He saved the station. He saved them all.